Here. There we go. So everybody, just before we start this show really quick, let me try to do the Joe Biden thing. So I'm not quite old enough to be a geriatric dementia patient who was appointed by the Obama administration, but I am old enough to know a few things. I promised my friends I wouldn't discuss politics, so we'll try to get into some fun stuff. So hold on a minute. Let me just give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and like click off here because I have some amazing things to share with you. So as you know, my eyes are kind of fucked up, because of like I don't know what's going on. Probably, Big Brother saw that that I like your friend or whatever. But my wife pretty much made it clear that my responsibility is to look after Chille. She came up here from El Salvador during the 80s when the Contras and when the CIA and the Russians were fighting each other, and lost a lot of friends, and her parents sent her up here. So she's really worried about him because he's, Colombian. So otherwise I wouldn't have much skin in the game. But, when you have kids with a woman who you care about, you go the extra mile and you do what they tell you to do. That's called being a man. So I just got off the phone with Here's the Deal, but I have some amazing things to share with you. And by the way, it always takes a woman to sort of lead you down the right path. So like she kind of like turned me on to this guy, and I'm super excited about what happened because I became friends with him because him and I have a lot of similarities. So y'all understand, there's a differential between what happened in court or whatnot. But let me just lay a few things out for you. So I'm wearing these sunglasses because my eyes are messed up from all these lights in the studio. You see the lights and see them reflected. There's another one over there. All right, so I'm gonna just get off that tangent. All right, so over the weekend, as most of my audience knows, I wanted to go and say hi to Chille, but I had some problems. So I got fixed up. I got some steroids to put in my eyes. And I'm told that I'm not supposed to be in front of all these lights. Yeah. Yeah, right on, dude. Hold on. Let me get that. Yeah. Let's OTVO. Okay, so that's the deal, right? Like if you want to have kids, like prior to this last election, the goal of every man that was a real man was to meet a cool chick and have kids and pass on all those cool things that he learned. It wasn't about like having some computer or some AI program create babies for you, right? And that was the beauty of life, So let's OTVO. That's super awesome. Thank you so much. So today, I just want to lay some stuff out for you. I have my cover on because my eyes are jacked up. I have a lot of problems today. My eyes are really messed up from the sunlight, and there's also a lot of wind blowing around here. So it could be some kind of other stuff going on. But let's OTVO, super cool dude. This guy loves you, Chille. Like he calls me all the time, convicting me, making me feel guilty. Like, why aren't you in the jail right now with Chille? That kind of thing. So that motivated me. So I went ahead and just rolled with it, Hold up. Free Chille DeCastro. That's cool. I love that, man. Okay, so check it out. Okay, there's a bunch of things that I want to share with you, all right? But I didn't have time. So I paid one of my law clerks to do a really badass article for you. Just bear with me, okay? Bear with me, guys. I know you want information, but I don't have it all right now. But I created this cool timeline, well, for lack of a better word, timeline that literally lays out for you what's going on with Chille and how to visit him and all these things. So I guess what I want to do, since I don't have a bunch of live people on here, is try to answer questions in the sidebar. And I have these cool videos, like I film myself, like here I am going to visit Chile, but I did it on an Android phone because I have some problems with my phone, which is an Apple, with memory and all that. Like I have an old Apple and I'm old, I'm not 19. So I like having my old phone. I don't like switching out phones and moving all the stuff back and forth. So I borrowed my daughter's Android. So I have all these videos on my daughter's Android about what happened today. So I'm super, super excited to share with you guys everything that happened today visiting Chile, because I think it's going to be really, really insightful, especially people who hate the government or who hate the country, because I don't want that. I want you guys to love your country. I want you to love America. I just don't want you to love corporations who stole the country from you. That's what I don't want. Just remember that. I love America. I'm a jarhead. See that right there? By the way, I'm wearing this because I couldn't find my Nevada I love you Raiders who keep losing. So I figured I'd wear the cover that says winners who keep winning. So anyways, hold on. Let me just take a look over here, guys. Give me 1 second. Take a look at my cool artwork and tell me if you like it. Yeah, right on, David. 1,000 freaking percent, brother. Reach out to me, man. People like you and I, automatically, we need to be working together. So if you have a business, I'm going to promote you. Anybody who loves their country and puts their country above politician punks who try to separate us based on race, you guys can go to hell, man. Like in the Marine Corps, our guide in all of my units pretty much were black dudes, and they were just badasses, man. And I don't give an F of what you guys have to say about skin color. If you're tough and you're willing to sacrifice your life for me, 1,000%, my wife has given you permission to sacrifice mine. So that's how it goes. I don't care what color you are, guys. And ADL and Southern Poverty Law Center, you want to keep pushing this bullshit narrative so you can keep getting taxpayer funding to push your bullshit, go after yourselves. But all the people on this channel, stay here. All right. So I don't see here's the deal on the channel right now. Stand by. I'm just looking. I got a couple of text messages. He hasn't reached out. So we're just going to move forward because my eyes are all jacked up from all these studio lights. So stand by. Ruben, I kind of agree, but you can't call people idiots who have suffered generational brainwashing, right, by the Rockefeller family and the Rothschilds. You can't expect them to automatically join your side. And you certainly look, bro, cognitive dissonance. That's the biggest problem. If you tell someone they're stupid, they're never going to join your side. And that's why I'm trying to interject into this movement civility. And that's why I think I'm the next one who's going to end up locked up, because these people know, like, in the higher levels of power, that if you can exercise civility and win people over to your side, that they lost. So just keep that in mind. Hey, by the way, how do you guys like my cover? Do any of you guys know what a cover is? If not, put it in the comments. We'll talk about it another time, because I'm getting a lot of blowback from my wife. She's like, all you talk about is being a Marine and how you're so political. And I'm worried about Chile because he's locked away, so just do that. By the way, somebody said we don't like the music. Do you notice how you don't hear that patriotic bagpipe music? All right, good. All right. So let me see here. All right. So right there, Grateful Dabs, God bless America. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to get into this with you. I'm going to hope that Here's the Deal joins me. I did send him a link, but that doesn't mean anything because we know that StreamYard is still kind of a new technology. But let me give you a little bit of history. So my wife is just a big time Chile fan, and I have no idea why, because she's She's ESL. She's from El Salvador. I kind of have an idea because, you know, her family and a lot of her friends were massacred by both the comunistas con contras, way. Si comprende? I said way because, you know, I'm from California and I grew up in construction. So way, carnal, pinche cabrón, that's all like Mexican stuff, right? And that's where I grew up. My father was a Marine, combat vet, 2 tours. He volunteered to go back and he started a construction company when he came home. He dug ditches for $2 an hour. Every Denny's restaurant you see in this country that was built prior to like 1983, my dad built. That's a lot. That's like 90% of the existing Denny's. Just so you guys know, that's my dad. My dad built the Denny's restaurant that you're eating at right now, cabron. And my dad also built a lot of the Denny's. So he was part of the Winchell's Donut. I'm sorry, did I say Denny's? Winchell's Donuts. My dad built the Winchell's Donuts and the Denny's. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of a brain fart. That's a Marine term, by the way. And if you can't verify that, then you know you can delete me. But brain fart is a Marine term. All right. So let's move along quickly, privates. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. So I just got off the phone with him, but this is super important. This is the crescendo. I'm always trying to lay a foundation with everybody because I know that a lot of you guys already know who I am, and you know that I'm probably a nut job, which I am. I admit it freely. But there's new people that are coming to check out the channel. I just kind of want you to know who I am. Like, I'm a guy who comes from a blue collar background. My parents divorced when I was like 2, and I'm all about the U.S. Constitution and civil rights and freedom. So that's why we're here today. So here's the deal. Reached out to me today after I visited Chile. So I did this drive from Summerlin to Chile, right? So I get to Chile and I'm going to show you all the videos. Here's the deal, frame it for you because he's way better than me. But I get there and I show up. I got my EGA pin on my lapel. EGA means Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, right? This thing right here. It's called an Eagle, Globe, and Anchor right there, right there. So Marines sort of have a tradition of being alpha males and fighting against the Leviathan. Google Smedley Butler if you want to learn about the military industrial complex. Like one of the most highly decorated Marines was like me. And that's typical because when you put your freaking doggone skin in the game and you know, like you could die or you could lose a son or a daughter, you're going to keep an eye on what's going on. You're not just, oh, let's send a bunch of money to Ukraine, right? Money laundering scheme, right? That's how Smedley Butler thought. He was like, wait a minute. You're going to put my life on the line when you have thousands of miles of underground tunnels for you and all your friends and all these secret agreements with all these freaking doggone politicians that you made deals with at my expense. See that finger? At my expense. And you think that I'm supposed to trust you? Really? Okay. So that's why I like doing these hangouts. So I go and I visit. So I'm driving along. I take some video, but it's on my daughter's Android, right? So I don't know how to use Android. I barely know how to use an iPhone. I'm getting all these nonsense comments that I'm like some kind of like, oh, you're just trying to like profit off of Chile. And I'm like, dude, do you have any idea like what I do for a living? Like it would take me 20 years to make what I could make from his YouTube channel to cover my family. So I'm doing this because I care about you guys. Honestly, I really do. So you can believe whatever you want. So I go down and I'm driving down there. I finally get there. So the first thing I want you guys to know is Chile says, do not come and visit him unless you are his lawyer. And I am not his lawyer. I am a California and Texas personal injury attorney. And I am under orders to make sure he is safe by the woman who gave me 2 kids. I want you to understand that. Yeah, I do care about the guy and I still would look after him, But when you have your woman nagging you 24/7 for the last month, like, is he okay? Is he this? Is he that? Right? That's a problem. All you men, put it in the comments if you think that you can ignore your wife and think you're going to have a happy life. Think about that. You have this beautiful woman like who goes to the gym like 5 days a week to make sure she's attractive for you, and you're not going to do what she says. I'll tell you that's a liar right there. All right. So let's just move forward. Let me look over in the comments really quick because I'm kind of waiting for here's the deal to save me because I'm not one of your YouTube guys, so I'm kind of waiting, but I'm going to do my best to try to build the crescendo until he gets here. So hold on one second. Let me look in the sidebar. Just stand by. So I don't see Brian waiting anywhere in any kind of streaming. So Grateful Dabs, that's a problem. Stand by. Just stand by. I'm going to put you guys on the holdout here. Hey, brother, I got you on speaker so that people can hear us, but we're not like being displayed, I don't think. I don't see you anywhere.
Yeah, I'm in the back.
All right, let me just try to like reload. I'm not really happy with StreamYard. So everybody, just so you guys all know, like Chille turned me on to StreamYard. So this is Chille's fault. I'm just joking. But I'm gonna just really quick, let me like kind of like log out of StreamYard and log back in, okay? Try to get you in. All right. Okay, stand by, guys. Just bear with me. This is new technology. By the way, don't blame StreamYard. I mean, I'm using a PC. It works really good with Mac, but somehow or another, when I use a PC, it kind of messes up. So just stand by, all right? I'm going to click off and click right back. Hey guys, I'm back, but I still don't see Brian joining me. So I just want you to watch. I'm going to call him right now, right? We're going to tell him to log off and log back in. In fact, if somebody can tell him, that's even better because this is kind of crazy, but we're going to do this.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. This is the third time I will have done this.
Man, this is unset. All right, so let's do this. Since I can't get you on, can I keep you on the speakerphone and we just talk?
Yeah, it says I'm backstage right now. I see you.
Yeah, I see you too.
Only the host can see you. The host may add you to the stage at any time. You ready?
Yeah, and so here, let me just kind of fudge. I can't really show you. Well, hold on, I kind of can. So if you look at my screen, so right there in the lower left, right there, normally you would be like right next to me. Like I would see your image, right? It's just not there, brother. But I don't want to like I don't want to piss anybody off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know how we're gonna do this, but for now, let me just have you on the speakerphone. Let's just do it.
Wait a second. Wait. You gave me the wrong link.
Did I? Okay, stand by.
Yeah, the link that you gave me was for the one from yesterday.
Oh, that's the old one. Okay, no problem. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna email this to him right now.
Yeah, no, that's the wrong link.
All right, give me your email really quick. Well, just the first few letters.
Contact.
Yep. Hold on. That should be enough. Contact. Give me like the first contact at. You are, unfortunately. Just give me like the first few words. Hi. Hi. Okay, got it. I don't want to say anything out loud. I'm going to send you a new one. All right. Anyways, so everybody, I don't want to piss anybody off. All right. So the bottom line is I'm not able to get him on this chat right now. So I want you to give me just give me 2 minutes. All right. So I can just sort of like get this thing going. Yesterday, I apologize. That was another problem. I send people invites, and for some reason or another, they're not getting them. And it's a real freaking problem. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to put you guys on mute.
All right. Can you hear my audio?
Yes, sir. I got the man, the myth, the legend. So everybody, just really quick, I just want to tell you what happened today. By the way, here's the deal. And this guy, so the first video that I ever saw that was like super motivational to me was him. And I just want everybody to know, yes, I am a lawyer. I'm licensed to practice law in California and Texas. I'm wearing this cover because my eyes are jacked up from the lighting. So they're super red and kind of jacked up. So I'm doing this to try to protect myself because I'm really worried about Chille. I don't want him to be in jail. I want to get him out. And honestly, even though here's the deal isn't a licensed attorney, man, this dude's video was drop dead. By the way, here's the deal. If you could have one of your team put your link to the video you did about what happened, because I want everybody on my stream, because I got a lot of lawyers on my stream, and they all think, oh, if you didn't go to Harvard, you're a nobody, right? I want them to see that a normal person off the street is probably 99 times better than any of them. So there you go. Everybody, I want to introduce you to Here's the Deal. Go ahead and say hi. Here's the deal.
Hey, guys, I appreciate you. Mike, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate this.
Awesome. So real quick, let me tell you what happened today. So I'm driving down to go visit Chille, and you're not going to believe this, man. The freaking jail, like the county jail, is like right across the street from the Golden Nugget. It's just like wild. But, it's like the worst thing ever. Like, what goes to Vegas stays in Vegas. Some things you don't really want to even happen in Vegas, but this guy is like in a jail right across. So the first thing is the first street, like if your GPS tells you to make a right, don't do it, because it's going to be a one-way street. You're going to be driving around in circles. So I finally find a parking structure after like 20 minutes, and I'm walking along and I'm asking people questions. I see all these cops, fully like loaded up, like ready to go. I'm like, hey, do you know where the jail is? And they're giving me dirty looks like, oh, I must be like a bad person because I want to visit someone who's in jail, So I'm getting a lot of negative vibes. Finally find the jail. I get in there, start talking to the people. I got my Eagle Globe and Anchor pin on my lapel. So instantly, one of the cops is like, hey, man, what unit were you with? Like, where were you? Because they're trying to make sure I'm not just some asshole wearing an Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, right? And I'm like, yeah, I was in 03. I was at 52 area in Campan. You know, I got messed up. You know, I got a surgery, got boarded out. He's like, oh, okay, clearly you're a Marine, because like no Marine knows what boarded out means unless they got boarded out. So like we were like automatically friends. So I'm like, hey, look, man, like one of my buddies, he's here, and my wife is not going to let me leave until I see him. He's like, oh yeah, I get that, bro. And he's like Hispanic. So like I told my wife's from El Salvador. So it was like, we were good, you know, like we were bros, hardcore. So he has his buddy who's a white guy. Look, he wasn't a Marine, you know, but he was still, you know, LEO. So he's kind of they wish they were Marines, right? Even though they didn't get to go through our training. That's the way I look at it. Like when I see a freaking law enforcement officer, I just see somebody who's a wannabe Marine. Anyways, that's just me. You know, you guys can all think what you want. Anyways, this dude is like, yeah, let me bring you over here. So I go to this lady. I give her my credentials. She's got me all ready to go, ready to check out, like go see Chille, right? By the way, I felt super guilty, but my eyes were jacked up and I had to get some steroid drops. By the way, just let me show you really quick again, just so you see, like, I'm not making stuff up. Like, I'm really jacked up. Like these studio lights completely ruined my eyes. So anyways, I go in there and the lady's like, I'm ready to go. Here's your paperwork. We're going to do a face-to-face with Chille. You can go up there on the second floor. Well, a couple seconds later, this white lady shows up and she's like, oh, no, you're a California lawyer. Because I gave her my California bar card. You can only do a video conference with him. And I'm like, well, that's not going to make Chille too happy. Like he wants love. He's going to want to have skin touch and family love, you know. So that kind of bothered me. Because that's kind of unsat, right? Imagine, just put it in the comments if you think it's cool. By the way, if you're his mother, his father, his brother, or his sister, the same exact thing that happened to me will happen to you unless you're a lawyer. So think about that. Unless you're a Nevada lawyer, you cannot physically visit your offspring. Imagine how that would make you feel. Imagine that. How that would make you feel. It made me furious because if that was my daughter, my son, or my daughter, my son or my daughter or my wife, notice how I put daughter and wife together because there's not much difference in my opinion. You do that crap to me, to my family, I'm going to jail for life or I'm not going to come back. This already happened to my father when they tried to prevent me from seeing him during the COVID lockdowns. When he was dying of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, I had to basically threaten everybody on the nursing staff. And when the police showed up and they saw that I was legit, you know, they were like, we're not going to intervene because all the cops had Marine Corps stuff. So that's the thing. Like, you know, that shouldn't be the case. They shouldn't have to have a Marine Corps emblem to let me see my father. It should just be the only emblem they should have is the American flag emblem. Anyways, I don't want to get too crazy with you guys. I want to go ahead and just tell you what happened. So I go to the front desk. They refuse to let me talk to Chille. All right. Unless I do the cubbyhole 49. I have to put my phones and the books and everything into this cubby hole. They give me a key. I lock it up and I put it in this cubby hole. I go sit in this booth and I talk to him. They give me like, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. I see Chille. He's got this beard. His face is like totally shrunk up. Like Chille lost like a shitload of body fat. All right. He's in there, but the dude is so freaking dude. I got to tell you something right now. He was not crying. He showed no fear. And the first thing I asked him is, how's the food? He said, it's fucking horrible. Please get me water. So I didn't have the time to integrate everything into this video today because I just got back. All right. I'm just letting you know tomorrow I'm going to set it all up for you. I'm going to I'll do a page on my website that has all the protocols, but I just want you to know that he's telling me the water, by the way, I have permission to discuss certain things with you, and I don't have permission to discuss other things because I am his attorney. All right. So I'm going to discuss with you the things that I have permission to discuss. So don't hold it against me if I don't share everything. All right. Please don't do that to me, because I'm trying to, I know a lot of you guys care about this guy. So I just want to give you the 411. So I go in there. It says the food is horrible, but even worse is he has to drink out of their water, right? And he said the water tastes like urine. All right. And I know because I've been locked up before, you know, it does taste like urine. So he said straight up, please find a way to get me some doggone water bottles, like purified water, this, that, and the other. But I'll go back really quick. So I go to the front desk, and the woman says to me, the blonde lady, like the Latina chick was cool. Like she was like right on. They were ready to let me like go into the meeting. This blonde chick she's like, no, you're only a California lawyer. You have to have a Nevada lawyer if you want to, and you have to be working on his legal team or her legal team in order to be able to see your client. And I'm like, wait a minute, I have active cases with this guy in Texas and California, and you're telling me I'm not entitled to confidentiality unless you have a Nevada bar card lawyer with me? I mean, put it in the comments if you think that is not appropriate, because I'd like to hear what your thoughts are, especially if you're a lawyer. But anyway, so I do that. I go and meet with them. I talk to them. And the word is, guys, is number one, I told him straight up, we need to do a free Chille t-shirt. And he was like, do it, make it happen. So we're going to make that happen. But one of the things that I would like to do, even though I don't have his permission yet, is this. I would like it if we could do like a free Chille, like remember Free Willy from the old days? Put it in the comments if you don't remember Free Willy, because I remember Free Willy. Put it in the comments if you think we should do like a free Chille artwork contest, and then have him give you a couple of free pulleys or something if you win, because I think that would be really cool, right? I think that would be cool. Tell me if you think that would be dumb, because I think like being a sales guy, old marketer guy from the old days, I think that would be really dope. Like if we could do like a Chille DeCastro face, you know, like kind of like free Chille. So I suggested that to him, that we do a free Chille t-shirt. He said, make it happen. So I'm going to talk with Here's the Deal about that and make that happen. All right. So there's that. So I met with them, drove there. I have video that I'm going to share with Here's the Deal, and I'll let him post that on his channel. I'll give him everything that I've got, because I don't have time for this, guys. I have an appeal that's due in like 2 days. And for the last 3 days, all I've been able to do is focus on your channel, because I feel obligated as a man to look after this guy. Right. I just want you guys to understand something. I feel obligated as a man, M-A-N, uppercase M, to look after this guy. And I've got an appeal that's due. So I'm going to try and push some stuff over to Here's the Deal to help me, because I just don't have the time, guys. You know, like if I could do this every other day, I could handle it, but I can't do it every day. It's just killing me. So I'm going to push that over to you. I want you to see what happened. But here's the deal. Chille said, do not come and see me, because unless you're a Nevada lawyer, you have no face-to-face. What they're going to do is they're going to put you in a cubby hole, and they're going to make you talk to him on a phone, which is unsecure. So I couldn't even really like tell him everything I wanted to say, you know. It hurt me. I couldn't even talk to my client. I'm furious. You have no freaking idea how I feel right now. You have no idea. Look at these eyes. You think these are lying eyes? I'm angry. I haven't slept in multiple days. I'm furious. Don't go and visit him. Buy a free Chille t-shirt. You know, help him out. Help get him out of jail. Let's find a good appellate lawyer for him and get him out of jail, because clearly, based on the evidence, he shouldn't have lost. Now, that being said, here's the deal. Pop in and help me out, man.
All right. Miss Constitutional Rights says that I think it'd be a help to do a Chille, a drive, fundraiser on Chille's channel. We are doing that tonight after this live stream. It's going to be on 7 p.m. Central Standard Time after this live stream right here on Michael's channel. But I just want to say, man, we live in incarceration nation, and they call it that for a reason. We all know, I personally know 3 people in jail who are absolutely 100% verifiably innocent. Flex Your Freedoms from the Flex Your Freedoms channel is in jail for interference with official acts. Texas Sheepdog just got raided and he's in jail on gun charges. I thought we had a Second Amendment. And Hendry's in jail and Chille's in jail. That's 4 people. So I want to bring this home with Chille. Please be on the live stream tonight. It's going to be, I'll host it, and it's on Chille's channel. And Michael, can you drop the link? Can you drop the link to that?
Absolutely.
I'm not a mod on your, can you make me a mod? I'll just go ahead and drop it in the.
Yeah. Stand by. How do I do that?
Let me see. Let me just drop it in the StreamYard real quick. Here. I just dropped it in the StreamYard chat. Can you see that?
I'm looking, bro.
So anyway, if you guys can click on that link, if Mike can find it and put it in the box, just click on that link. We're going to do a drive. We're going to do a fundraiser for Chille. The reason I want to fundraise for Chille is because I know, and you know, because you have video evidence that this man is 100% innocent. And here's the thing that I forgot to mention in my video is that he's in jail because he decided to use his camera to expose a crime in progress. I don't know what percentage of the time, but usually when you see a traffic stop, that is a policing for profit action that completely 100% suspends your constitutional rights. If you think you got the right to drive away in a traffic stop, go ahead and try it and see what they do. If you don't have the right to travel down the road without being molested or detained or arrested by some law enforcement officer because you didn't activate your turn signal, or your license plate cover is tinted, or you got tinted windows, or they said you were driving too fast, or you weren't keeping it in between the lines, that is just an excuse for a fishing expedition so that they can further their investigation on you, ask you questions, make you insecure in your person, and violate your constitutional rights. So here's Chille coming up, making sure nobody gets hurt with his video camera. A cop gets butt hurt. No law is violated. No law was articulated. No lawful order was issued, but he got his feelings hurt because Chille called him a little doggy. Less than a second after Chille called Officer Bork, a little doggy, he goes after him and puts his hands on him. That is a false arrest. If a man puts his hands on you, what are you going to do? You're going to defend yourself. But somehow it's different because he has a costume, a uniform, a badge, and a gun, and claims to come with the authority of the state. It's an illegal arrest, and it's a violation of even their own U.S. codes. It's deprivation of rights under color of law. And then we get to the courtroom where Judge Ann Zimmerman, by the way, somebody informed me that she has a Google review page. I went to leave a Google review on it. There's 7 Google reviews. Earlier today it was at 3.7 star. Now it's down to a 3.3 star. But they have somebody, the admin for the Ann Zimmerman Google review page is permanently closed. So they don't care about your Second Amendment. They don't care about your First Amendment. They don't care about your freedom of speech. They don't want to hear what Americans think about Ann Zimmerman and her judgment of Chille, because they don't want to hear what you have to say on her Google review page. And if she doesn't care about that, then she doesn't care about the Constitution, period. So let me bring out this one thing that I did also forget to mention on my video, is that Ann Zimmerman had the perfect golden egg opportunity to, in spite of getting her feelings hurt and her bailiff and her, I think she called him the court marshal, which is kind of funny, court marshal. She called the court bailiffs the court marshals. Chille called those cops pigs. And you know what? That's just the truth. Probably the wrong time to state that truth. You know, there's time and a place for everything, every activity under the sun. And that probably wasn't the time to do it. If you don't want to tick some, harebrained black robe wearing tyrant off and you want things to go well for you, you might want to play nicey, but Chille already knows that he made that mistake. But the deal is with Ann Zimmerman is, in the face of being offended, in the face of offending her courtroom, she could have made the right decision and she would have came out golden. Mr. DeCastro, she could have said, you know, what you're saying to me is highly offensive. I don't like you calling my cops pigs. I don't like you calling me a black robe tyrant. But you know what? I don't see any evidence for me putting you in jail. I don't even see why this case is before me. It seems pretty clear from the First Amendment, seems pretty clear from Houston versus Hill that you didn't do anything wrong. There's no interference. You just uttered words, and that we have free speech for that. And no harm, no foul. Have a good day. I don't even know why you're in my courtroom. She had the opportunity to do that, but she didn't, and she couldn't because she got her feelings hurt. And for Ann Zimmerman, it ain't about justice. It's about her exercising her right. And in the minds of a psychopathic authoritarian, might makes right. And that's wrong. That's why I'm here going to bat for Chille, because an innocent man is in jail. Chille. Hendry's in jail. He's innocent. Flex Your Freedoms is in jail. He's innocent. Texas Sheepdog's in jail. And if we know 4 people right off the bat that are in jail that are innocent, how many other people in incarceration nation are sitting there and they shouldn't be there? That's how corrupt our system is.
That's right. And I have a slideshow that I want to share with you guys, but I have to get my Mac in order to integrate it into this. So if Here's the Deal can just keep on doing what he's doing, which I'm sure he's fully capable of not having me here next to him, I'm going to go grab that. I'm going to integrate that. But I want you to talk to them really quick, Bri. And I want you to talk to also, by the way, Chille did grant me permission to do the free Chille t-shirt today when we met. So I do have permission to discuss that.
Did you find that link, Mike? Did you happen to find that?
I'm going to go right now. Get my computer, my laptop. So I want you to kind of talk to our audience while I can integrate everything. But I just wanted to mention really quick that my thought is we should have an artwork contest, because I know there's a lot of Gen Xers and boomers that follow Chille. And I thought that like Free Willy would be kind of like Free Chille. And we could do like a t-shirt contest and do a fundraiser to sell some of these t-shirts. And Chille hooked me up with his silk screener. So if we can get some cool artwork to a silk screener, we could do a really cool t-shirt and raise some funds to get him out of jail. And also, by the way, one thing I wanted to mention to you, here's the deal, is that Chille spends a lot of his own money to help other auditors who are like getting falsely accused and getting charged. And right now, by the judge throwing him in prison, he's not able to generate income to take care of these other cases that he's obligated to take care of. And me being a lawyer and being a jarhead, like that doesn't sit well with me. So I'm trying to find ways to help these people. So I'm going to step out real quick. You talk to them. Here's the deal. I'm going to grab my my laptop, and I'm going to go ahead and share really quick the Google slide that we did together so we can get into this further. Is that cool, guys? We good? All right.
Hey,
cool.
King Braveheart, you said, Brian, did you take a screenshot of the reviews? I didn't, but I'm looking at it right now. I have a screen up before they closed it down. Mine was the last one, but there's some from 10 months ago, 1 year ago, 4 years ago. They only have 7 Google reviews on this, which is suspect to me. That means their admin or whatever has been given permission to, delete comments, which is ridiculous. My comment is, after witnessing Zimmerman pass judgment on emotion rather than by clearly articulated law and throwing an innocent man in jail for 180 days. I mean, think about it, guys. 6 months in jail and there's no victim. Nobody was harmed. Nobody was threatened. No property was damaged or stolen. And yet there's a guy in jail for 180 days and taxpayers are footing the bill to keep Chille alive in jail, or anybody. It doesn't matter. It's just such a waste of money. She doesn't deserve just a 0-star review. I said she deserves jail. #free Chille. So that's why I'm here. Yeah. I let's see. Can I take a screenshot? Let's see. I wish I could share. Can I share my screen? Let's see. Can I share screen? Settings, present, share screen, screen sharing, share screen. Let's see. Zimmerman. Oh, I think I need to be. Oh, it's waiting. My screen is waiting backstage. I think it has to be approved by Michael. All right. Sorry, guys. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Grab pitchforks. Yeah. In an overcrowded jail. That's another thing. So what's up, April? What's up, Mr. Dennis? Bricks here, Race is here, Miss Constitutional Rights is here, Mike Webb, Dan. I've been dealing with ME chronic fatigue syndrome for 3 years, 65 years of age, and $75 from homelessness. Brian, can you let him know I need the new link to the live stream? Who, Mike? You need the new link to the live stream? Let me give it to you right now. Oh, you know what? I can't even give you the link because I'm not a mod. All right, that's okay. I wanted to also say that, none of us is greater than all of us. Edward Snowden said when exposing a crime is treated as committing a crime, you are being ruled by criminals. Let's face it, one of the biggest boons, one of the biggest windfalls for the state is traffic law. If traffic law trumps individual rights and traffic law is a policing for profit operation and campaign against the American people, do you really think we're free? Do you really think we're free paying all the taxes that taxpayers have to pay, the property tax, the income tax? We got a fiat currency system about to completely implode on us at any time, so they can replace it with a CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency. It's all just a bunch of nonsense. And to know that we have actual freedom fighters in jail right now, having committed their crime is exposing the government. The crime is resisting tyranny. It's crazy, man. So Chille's in jail for obstructing an officer and resisting an officer, both of which you can prove from video evidence didn't even happen.
I'm back, by the way, just so you guys know if you have questions.
Oh, hey, I got a screen share in the backstage. Can you pop that up on the screen?
Yeah,
just real quick
here. I'm trying to find it, brother. By the way, guys, we got to understand something. So I'm an appellate lawyer and I do litigation and appellate work. So I became friends with Chille and all of a sudden he got locked up. And so here I am. And so I don't really know all this technology. I'm kind of like Joe Biden. Like, what do I do? Like who's going to tell me what to do? So I don't really know what to do. So I'm looking here, brother, and I'm not seeing. So you're telling me I got to look for a link, but I don't see a link.
No, I got backstage. I got a screen share that you have to approve since you're the moderator.
Okay, let me take a look here.
This is Ann Zimmerman's Google review page, which I didn't know she had until somebody showed me today.
Man, I'm not seeing it, brother, but I have no problem. If she wants to text me or email me, I'll throw it up on the screen as soon as I get the link. If you do Michael@elinelaw.com and email it to me and I get it, like I'll be looking at it on my phone, I'll throw it up.
This just, it's a screenshot. You know who Ann Zimmerman is, the judge who tried Chille.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, right. I'm not waiting for a link from Ann. Obviously, she's not.
Right.
She's probably watching. She's probably watching because she recognizes that, oh, maybe I stepped in some doo-doo here, but I don't have anything from her. Go ahead, keep talking, brother.
No, I was just saying it's amazing how much court case and court law we have, like City of Houston versus Hill, where Houston had a city ordinance which made it illegal to interrupt a police officer who is performing his or her duty, and almost unanimously the Supreme Court overturned that city ordinance, which basically makes it the law of the land. So I don't understand why Michael Mee, who's an attorney, might be a great guy, did not do a good job for Chille. Did not submit into evidence the video recording that Chille had submitted. When you put them side by side, it makes it absolutely clear that Chille complied with both the law or the command to stop talking to the driver and to step back. He did both things. The law enforcement officer, as you guys know, if you watch my video, lied 3 times on the stand, which is where Michael Mee should have come in and said, Judge, this witness has lied on the stand. Nothing he says can be admissible. That would have been a absolute slam dunk for Chille. He would not be sitting in jail right now. It's infuriating that Chille handed over, I don't know how many thousands of dollars to Michael Mee, and he did him one of the greatest disservices. When you trust somebody and basically what you're doing when you're hiring a lawyer is you're putting your life and your livelihood in the hands of somebody you believe to be competent, and then he showed that he was completely incompetent by not even submitting evidence into the court record so that he can actually state his case. And then when one of the witnesses for the prosecution lies, he's not going to step up to the bat and knock it out of the park. I don't understand much about court cases and law and being an attorney, but I know enough to know that something should have been done more than Michael Mee did. And Michael Mee, if you're watching this, you need to give Chille a refund. The reason he's sitting in jail is because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You had something lay in your lap. It's like, oh, this is easy. And you didn't even prepare for it. Amazing. And then to not take the judge to task when she clearly operated on emotions. I don't want to be on the YouTube. I don't want to be on your YouTube channel. You can tell she got her feelings hurt because the way Chille was talking, the things that Chille was doing. And granted, I don't give Chille any break for how he acted in court. If you want to deal with the tyrant who's frothing at the mouth to put you in jail, one of the last things you do is basically flip off a bailiff.
Well, look, I get you, brother, but I gotta tell you, like, I saw the phone getting snatched out of the hand, but then a lot of other people said, hey, wait a minute. He had his feet up on the bench or the desk or whatever. And the bailiff told him to take his feet down and he refused to do it, or he gave the bailiff a hard time. So I can kind of understand that, these bailiffs, these bailiffs, what are they getting? Like 160 grand a year or whatever to like basically sit in court all day. That's like the highest paid security job you could ever get. Like, I'm just telling you, like, having friends who are in law enforcement, like they think like court bailiffs are a joke, so it's kind of like being in the Marines, like kind of like laugh at Motor T. By the way, the guy that when I checked into the jail today, he was motor transport. He was like, what was your MOS? I was like, 03. And the guy just like shrunk like ice, like a melting ice. Because the Marine Corps, like 0311, that's the shit, right? Like we're the infantry, we're the tip of the spear. But I turned it around. I was like, no, dude, like, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have gotten chow. Like, because you guys bring in all of our food and our ammunition and our chow. Because that's what I'm hoping all you guys will do is understand that everything's integrated. You can't be a war fighter unless you have supply, right? You can't eat unless someone's feeding you. You can't be a child without a mother, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so, yeah,
John Woodsman says, just respect the frock. And I'm not even saying that there should be respect, because there is no respect for somebody who's actually going to follow, emotions over law. And I don't even give a judge credit for following the law. Apparently, there are over 4,500 federal laws taking up over 27,000 pages of space. And you and I sitting here right now are guilty of breaking dozens, probably. They could find
show me the man and I'll show you the crime. Show me the man and I'll show you the crime. Joe Stalin.
They can come up with any and every reason under the sun to throw us into a cage forever. But what I am saying is it's better to walk in wisdom. I'm not saying give overt respect, but I'm also kind of contending it's probably not a good idea. And in often cases, it's not, when you have somebody who's got such a fragile ego that they cannot contain their rage to the point where they're going to force you out of the courtroom and force you into a jail cell for the next half a year. Probably a good idea to have exercise what they might perceive as decorum. There's another aspect of this too, though. It's not just about the judge, and it's not just about the bailiffs. A high percentage of our American brethren are what we would term bootlickers, but it's probably not a good idea to call somebody a bootlicker if you want to convert them to your side. You can give them all the truth that you want to, but it's probably a good idea to add a little bit of honey with all that vinegar you're throwing so that you can bring more people into the fold. Because I'll tell you what we need right now. We need more people who are on our side thinking the way we do, if indeed we're thinking the right way. Now, if we're not thinking the right way, maybe we need to modify how we're thinking. Maybe we need to modify how we're talking. Maybe there's a way to be more efficient and effective. And, it's always a good idea to look for those avenues.
Man, I'm 1,000% on board with you. And so we had an opportunity to sort of talk about my experience today in court. Unfortunately, I can't get you the video, but I'm going to narrate for you. So I'm driving down Charleston Avenue, kind of turning around, kind of like making a slight left, slight left, slight left. I make it over to where the courthouse is, and it's like right across the street from like this major casino. So the jail is literally like right across the street from a casino. It's just wild, right? So I'm asking people, hey, do you know where the jail is? Like everybody's like, oh, no, they have no clue, right? So I just pull up my phone and I'm like, oh my God, it's like right next to a casino. So I get in there and immediately they tell me to turn off my phone. But anyways, I'm going to show you, I'm going to send all my video to Here's the Deal, and he can put it up on his channel tomorrow. I don't have time for this, but after that whole scenario is over with, I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell is going on, right? How did this happen? Why is it that judges are so hostile towards people who think in their minds that they're standing up for the Constitution? Well, this is something that's been going on well before Chille. When I started out in the movement, I'll call it the movement, but it was basically the anti-commercial vehicle law movement, because we all know that the whole purpose of the vehicle code is to raise money for the municipal corporation. It's not really about safety. If it was, they would focus on other things that would make people safe, but they don't. They focus on raising revenue, and that's what it's all about. Because again, the whole point of the vehicle code is to raise revenue. So I was doing a little bit of additional research, and I was trying to understand from a lawyer's perspective, why is it that the First Amendment is so insignificant? Why is the First Amendment so insignificant since around circa 2016? Remember that date, 2016. Just think about it. So I start doing some research, and I look it up, and I see Crocker v. Beatty. Hopefully you can see this on the screen. You see that? Here's the deal. I got Crocker v. This is the slideshow we did together. See it?
Yes.
I got it on the screen. I want to make sure everybody can see what I'm looking at. It says no Supreme Court case says you can film police. Does anybody see that? Put it in the comments if you can't see what I'm sharing with you, because I'm having some trouble with the StreamYard.
Yeah, we can see it. It's there.
Okay, cool. All right. So Crocker v. Beatty, this is why I want all of you people who are non-lawyers who believe in the Constitution, I want all of you to see this. So the justice system is just as political as the college system or the military industrial complex or the educational industrial complex. It's all the same. It's all about politics and money and everything else. So in Crocker v. Beatty, the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, allowed a lower court to get away with seizing a phone of a patriot who was filming, even though he got his criminal case dismissed. I want you to remember this. This guy got his criminal case dismissed. Go ahead.
Hover over my name in the chat room and make me a mod.
Copy that. Stand by.
Guys, I want to let you know, I hate censorship, but if somebody comes into the room and just starts blitzing one word, then that's becoming disruptive. And now it gets in the way of other people who want to exercise their freedom of speech. So I liken somebody coming into a room and just blitzing the room with just spam as somebody coming into a room of 10 of us who want to have a family get together and somebody just saying, no, coward. It's just completely disruptive. And thanks for showing your true colors, dude, who I'm talking about.
So check it out. I tried doing this. Here's the deal with Miss Constitutional Rights yesterday, and I just tried doing it with you again today. And I have no capability of making anyone a mod. It's the weirdest freaking thing, man.
Like, and you're logged in. Well, obviously you're logged into the channel. So you right click on somebody's name and you don't see the option?
Yeah. So when I go to Miss Constitutional Rights, I right click on her name, and basically it gives me the ability, I'll just tell you. It gives me the ability to delete comments, put her in a timeout, or ban her. It doesn't give me any ability to make her a mod. And I actually spoke to her yesterday, just so you guys all know, because I know we're getting a lot of problems. And I was trying to be like Mr. Elon Musk free speech. But what I'm getting is like a bunch of guys tell me, "Oh, you're stolen valor. You're a liar. You were never in the Marine Corps, right?" I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell, dude? I got a DD 214. It's all over the internet.
Well,
Like,
until we figure it out, just time out Robert Martz. I hate even saying his name because that's what they want. They're such.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna ban him because it's a
I just
problem.
know it makes me sick because I know for a fact if we were neighbors, normal people don't act like that, and if he would act like that face to face, it's just not being a good human being. I hate that.
If somebody talked to me like that in person, I would probably knock him out. In
no,
fact,
come on.
well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't want to lose.
That's what they want. They want you to come down to their level. Now, if they put their hands on me, that's a different story, or my family or something like that. But sticks. In the 70s, they used to say sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. It's like, I don't care what you call me. Keep on calling me that. It just lets people know that you're just willing to throw an ad hominem and you have no knowledge about what's going on and you're a weak person. But, I don't know. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's cool, bro. I just want people to kind of understand the politics because there's politics involved here. Judges, for the most part, are elected officials. So they're taking the same campaign donations as the Obamas and as the Clintons. They're getting all that money from the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organization, which is run by a former known terrorist. The leader of the World Health Organization is a member of a former Islamic terrorist organization, which I believe is still on the United States list of terrorist organizations. And if you say anything bad about the World Health Organization, well, you might find your opinion on page 50, but all of the WHO results are on the page 1 of Google, just to get an idea of how money can kill people. So in this case, Crocker v. Beatty, the U.S. Supreme Court. So this is kind of interesting. I just want you to understand the politics of the judiciary because I've worked for several judges and I also externed for an appellate justice. So I've seen politics up close. So even in the judicial branch, there's politics, right? And in this particular case, we have the Supreme Court refusing to hear a case where somebody just like a Chille, probably a little more civil because Chille's kind of like me. He's ready to go. He's ready to light people up, which I kind of like actually. But here's the deal, kind of has a little bit different of a view on that. Here's the deal, actually would probably be a way better lawyer than me. I think I would do better in the UFC, but irrespective, be that as it may, I've got the law license. I'm supposed to talk. So in Crocker v. Beatty, the U.S. Supreme Court just basically said, we're not going to hear this case. We're going to let this ruling stand. And basically the ruling was this guy's phone was illegally taken from him by an a-hole cop. And, he was abused. And in that particular case, he won the criminal case, but he filed a civil rights lawsuit. And this is what I was telling you guys the other day. This is why you got to be civil, because the jury, in this case, it was an appellate court was your jury. Remember that. They said, hey, we don't give an F. We're going to go ahead and just ignore the fact that it was an illegal everything and not let you sue because we believe that qualified immunity trumps your rights. And that is your U.S. Supreme Court. Remember that, guys. Elections do have consequences. So if your voting machine went ahead, if the people elected someone who went against your rights, then, you need to figure out what's going on. Maybe you need to start getting more active. Maybe you need to, because Google, look, let's face it. Chille puts the highlight on people to where cops are even like, oh, no, I'm not one of those bad guys. You've seen him, like he interviews cops in their cars. They're like, no, I'm not that guy. So at least he's sort of like, that's the segue in, right? Like Chille sort of opened up the fact that there are a lot of bad cops. We know there's bad cops, but Chille actually got good cops to admit that there are bad cops. So he actually helped us. But right now, what you have is you have the U.S. Supreme Court saying, oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. Even though this person's rights were violated, it doesn't matter. right? This is how it's going to go down. We ain't going to do shit. So me being an educated lawyer and having done this, I'm getting old, having done this for a long time and worked for the criminal and the civil part, government and for the people. What I'm seeing is that judges are basically getting this sort of notification that, hey, guess what? Nothing's going to happen. And this guy over here is a marshal or my deputy. He's a cop. All the people who are coming here to testify are cops. The police union donates a lot of money to my political party who make sure that I stay in power, right? Money. It's always about money. So do you really think that judge is going to find in favor of the guy who's a freedom fighter? Do you really? Because if you do, you remind me of the ancient Scots who also thought that they were going to get justice. Like, remember William Wallace and Braveheart? Just think about that. Anyways, go ahead and talk some more while I get this slideshow going here. Here's the deal.
Well, I just find it interesting that somebody like Drive here in the chat says that we're following the Chille cult. And I asked what crime was committed, and the response is the crime is in the court filings. This isn't hard. If you have I don't care what law you're talking about. Let me give you an example of how ridiculous law is. Back in April of 1920, they decided to make a law, and that law was the Prohibition law. And then they made an amendment to support that law. So that means at 11:59, before Prohibition went into effect, you could buy, you could sell, you could trade, you could transport alcohol. When the clock struck 12, automatically, somehow, magically, through the legislative pixie dust of, some kind of edict from Washington's District of Criminals, you became a criminal. Now, you didn't even move from 11:59 to 12 o'clock. You were still on your couch, but somehow you got transformed into a dastardly criminal who deserves to go to jail if you have alcohol in your cabinets. If you're driving down the street at 12:01 with alcohol in your car, you are a criminal and you are subject to my jurisdiction, and I can throw you into jail. Now, if you believe that, then you are in a cult, because that's all it is a belief. It's not a reality. The person didn't really become a criminal. He only became a criminal on paper at 12 o'clock when the clock struck midnight. He wasn't truly a criminal. Why wasn't he a criminal? Because he didn't lift his hand to harm anybody. He didn't threaten to harm anybody. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't damage somebody's property. He didn't steal property. He just was in possession of something that he was in possession of a minute ago. And the only reason there's a criminal right now is because 535 people, or how many people voted Prohibition into effect, voted you out of a right to have alcohol. That's not a criminal. So when a judge tells me, or a bailiff tells me, or a cop arrests me for interference, when all I'm doing is holding a camera and calling them a name that they don't like, and the result is now I'm in jail for 180 days, you have to be in a cult, believing the death cult of government, to believe that is in any way legitimate. Because we have Houston versus Hill, which says what Chille's doing is perfectly fine. And people are like, oh, he didn't go to jail because he had a camera in his hand. He didn't go to jail because he called the cop a little doggy. He didn't go to jail because he called the bailiff a pig and got and hurt Ann Zimmerman's feelings. If you are honest with yourself, if you are an honest human being with a heart beating in your chest and blood coursing through your veins, you have got to know, if you take an objective, as unbiased as a human being can be, look at this thing, you know that what was done to Chille was wrong. He shouldn't be 18 minutes in jail, let alone 180 days or 18 days or whatever it's going to end up being. So when somebody tells me that I'm in a cult and Chille bought a leash and Brian's dangling at the end of that leash, I find it laughable, because in the face of what you're basically looking at the edict of a judge as holy writ, as though it were written in stone tablets on Mount Sinai, and Moses came down with radiant face. It's just laughable that anybody would take such a religious position and then dare lift their bony fingers and point it at somebody else saying they're in a cult. So you can engage in all the ad hominems that you want to engage in. The fact is the fact. You are not a criminal because another group of men claims that you are. You can only be a criminal if you committed a criminal act. And that can only happen if you leave a real, material, human being victim. That didn't happen.
A corpus delicti.
Yeah, that didn't happen in Chille's case. It didn't happen in Flex Your Freedom's case, Texas Sheepdog's case, or Hendry's case. There was no victim. So they want you to believe, because that's all it is. That's all government is. Look at this. Governo and mentis. It's right here on my shirt. You want to make it easy? Here you go. Governo and mentis. Governo means to govern or control. Mentis means the mind. It means to control the mind. The government agencies are nothing more than psychological operations, government mind control operations. They are controlling your mind. How do I know? Because you're actually believing that Chille committed the crime of interference with a public official and resisting arrest. You know, in the real world, you know what that resisting arrest is called? It's called self-defense. and everybody, and the only reason you don't believe it's self-defense, all of you people who are drinking the government Kool-Aid, is because you see a badge and you actually believe that priestly garment, that religious garment that they're wearing with that tin badge that makes it look so authoritative is somehow real. You've got to unplug from the matrix and you got to understand what the truth really is and ask yourself, why do I believe what I believe? Why is the government constantly involved in term redefining? Hey, Mike, I gotta head out and I've got to get ready for Chille's.
You're killing me right now. You stopped off at term redefining and I almost had a heart attack because because that's what they're doing with AR-15s and
exactly. Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
we got to have another. Put it in the comments if you want to have. Why don't we do this? Okay, so I'm kind of obligated to like do these hangouts with these guys, but put it in the comments if you want me to come on. Here's the deal, and let us do a banter because I would love to do that. I don't really care about the followers and all that stuff. I mean, that wasn't my intention in getting involved in all this.
I do. I care about the followers and the views. I want a lot of followers and I want a lot of views, and you do too. And I'll tell you why, because we have a message that if internalized can literally revolutionize and change this world and keep innocent people from going to jail.
That's cool. I'm just really concerned about my kids because I am kind of like a William Wallace personality type. And my son has been taught to always question authority. And I'm worried about him. And I see Chille as somebody who could be my son. Put it in the comments if you think Chille could be your son. You know, by the way, I know you got to go. Here's the deal, but I just want to share something with you. I had a really nice, congenial conversation with a lot of the people who work at the courthouse. And of course, they all knew who Chille was within seconds. As soon as I said his name, all of a sudden, all the typing stops and all eyes are on me. So I just want you guys to know, like, that could be your son. And those women the women who work for the government, they know what's up. They're not stupid. If they have children, they know.
Hey, Mike, I really got to go. Did you get the link in the StreamYard comment section, the private chat?
I'll find it, brother.
Okay.
Either way, we'll talk. But okay. I really want to do this, bro. I want to come on with another show about the bullshit definitions, because that's a big thing. Like calling an AR-15 an assault weapon, even though it's no different than any other semi-automatic rifle that's ever been in existence. But they call it an assault rifle because they want to scare the women. They want to scare the mother. Oh, it's an assault rifle. But no, it's how you protect your family. It's how a man protects his children from these scumbags that they're allowing to come across our border so they can redistrict everything with the census. I know you got to go, brother, but I want to talk more with you. And I want everybody to put in the comments, put it in the comments that you want to have. Here's the deal. In me talk more, because I'm a lawyer. I don't really know about your whole gig or anything, but I'm an old school guy who used to fight traffic tickets. So this is right up my alley. And I'm really, really worried about Chille because I think he was falsely imprisoned. So put in the comments if you want. Here's the deal, and I to talk more. I have no problem coming back on your channel. Go ahead and bug out, brother.
Okay,
And,
just real quick, for clarification, guys, that live stream is not going to be on my channel. It will be on DeleteLawz main channel. So I'll see you guys in 45 minutes on DeleteLawz. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Mike. Have a good day.
brother. I really appreciate you. By the way, everybody, keep DeleteLawz alive. Like, I got to tell you something. When I met with Chille today, I was like,
your dad.
dude, I want to keep your channel alive, dude. So everybody, I'm asking every single one of you to please go back and look at all of Chille's videos. Go back and like and subscribe any of the videos that you never did. Because he's going to be in there for a while unless we can get him out. But my goal is to make sure that we keep him alive, because guys like here's the deal, guys like NorCal, without Chille, they don't have anything, because he's the guy, he's the Marine Corps. To me, Chille is the Marines. He is the Force Reconnaissance dude. He's not even the Marines. He's Force Recon in my mind, because he's going out there. This dude just got himself put in jail because he's a freaking freedom fighter. Think about that, guys. That's huge. That's huge. Like, for him to do that, no amount of money in the world I could never pay anybody to do that. You have to really believe in what you believe in. Yeah, maybe he's got some problems with his personality. That's a judgment call, but it doesn't give a, we can talk about that another time. The bottom line is the dude kicks some serious ass, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation if it wasn't for him. So now that I lost, here's the deal. I kind of feel like I'm like kind of stuck in an LZ with no fire support, but I'm hoping I'm going to look over in the comments real quick, guys. Just give me a second, because I don't want you to see me looking like an idiot. So let me just kind of disappear real quick. All right. So I don't really see anything really great. I just see a bunch of guys arguing with each other. So just let me real quick, just get back to you. All right. Trying to figure out a way to get myself. Well, I guess that's the best one I'm going to get. There we go. That's kind of a cool one, because then I can kind of do, hey, look at that. Look at that shit. All right. So can you speak freely in court? Okay. So free speech can be restricted in court. All right. Just so you know. Like, you cannot assume that you have absolute free speech in the courthouse. You don't. Now, I'm trying to figure out how to move to the next one. Okay. Yeah, you have the right to remain silent. We saw that. Let me see if I can get this thing playing. Can't. Yes, Nevada police are treated as superstars. So if you want to get reelected, so that's something you got to think about. So when the government decides to prop up an institution and say, hey, we're going to give you a pay raise, right? So they expect something in return. Like no congressman or senator is going to vote for a bill unless they think they're going to get some money out of it to get reelected. That's the reality. All you purists out there, well, I don't really know where you're going to go, because you're clearly retarded. But the reality is that they're not going to do anything to help you or your organization unless they think there's something in it for them. That's politics, right? And that's why it was either Daniel Boone or Davy Crockett who said that Congress is a den of vipers, right? So you're not going to get anything out of that. Let me just real quick try to figure out what's going on here. So yeah, so they get to eat for free at casinos. They get a lot of clout. And so let's say you're the president or the CEO of that casino, and the judge does something to piss off your favorite cop. You think you're going to vote for her or give her money for her campaign? Not happening. All right. Now, I think you guys have seen this slideshow before. You have the right to remain silent. I think that Chille would agree that it would have been better for him to remain silent. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. Everybody's an armchair general. If that would have happened to me, I probably would be doing time in state prison, because if that cop would have tried to snatch a phone out of my hand, I would have immediately put him in a rear naked choke, and I wouldn't have let go, no matter how hard he tapped, because in my mind, that officer violated the sacred honor of what makes America different from all the other countries. If you go on the internet and you look at what they do in communist China, they do exactly what he did. So for me personally, just me personally, not as a lawyer, but me personally, That's why I had to get help from like appellate justices and other lawyers and people like that who are more civil than me to help me not do that. Otherwise, we would be having this conversation today. So anyways, put it in the comments if you have anything you want me to talk about, because after I lost, here's the deal. I really don't, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really am not this isn't what I do. I mean, if you look at my channel, you'll see that the only reason I got involved in this is because my buddy got thrown in jail, and we became friends, and we have a lot of similar beliefs. And so my attitude is that we're elite. We got to like take care of each other. So let me just take a look really quick over here. I'm going to go ahead and make this screen disappear real quick, and I'm going to try to like answer any questions I can. So I have to, it says here I have to bring BZ Watchdog on, which I'll do. BZ Watchdog, reach out to me ASAP. So Citizens Broadcasting Cooperative, kind of an interesting situation. I'm not sure if they're pro Leviathan or if they're pro natural rights. Sometimes I see things that sort of support liberty, and other times I see things that in my mind don't, but which is cool. I'm not blocking anyone, I kind of like that. But put it in the comments if you guys know who the heck Citizens Broadcasting Company is, because I'm not quite on it. Let me see here what else we got. Okay, so BZ Watchdog needs a link. BZ Watchdog, go ahead and put it in the comments what exactly link that you need, and I'll get it to you. Again, if anybody knows about StreamYard or wants to help me, like honestly, I don't know a lot about StreamYard. I just started using it, but it's what Chille uses, so I figured it's good. If there's something I'm doing wrong, like somebody said, stop playing the music. There's no more music, right? Because I'm not here for myself. But my wife's screaming at me saying, hey, we got to go take the kids out. So just work with me. I got a couple minutes. She's not going to mess this up, but hold on. Let me make the screen disappear and go over here. Hold on. Yeah, so it says one last time the officer perjured himself. It's a mistrial. Okay, good. This is a great reminder. Okay. This is what I was really hoping to discuss with you guys. All right. So I want to like give you who I am as a person, because we're going to end this really quick. All right. Here's what I want. And I want one of you leaders to help me delegate, because I believe in delegating things. Well, you can kind of see my eyes are jacked up, so I'm going to put them back on because it's ugly as hell. But this is from all these lights, guys, because of you guys. I'm doing this for you, all right? Because I'm getting chewed out. Like my wife's like, get to the ER. I went to the doctor. They gave me these ophthalmic steroidal drops, but they're not doing anything for me. So guys, this is super, super important. I want you to take a deep breath before you hear everything that I'm having to say. The police officer said that he's never seen or heard of Chille before. I'm asking that one of you lance corporals or privates help me and delegate to look at all of Chille's videos, like say like month A through B. I want you to look at these. Month, C through whatever. I want you to look at these. I want you to look and see if you recognize that officer in any of Chille's videos, because we all know that they already know who Chille is. Like as soon as I walked in and mentioned his name, like all of the oxygen was sucked out of that prison. Do you think it was any different in the courtroom? Of course they all know who he is. I mean, Chille has the power to elect judges. Chille has the power to impeach judges. That's the kind of power he has, because he appeals to women. Honestly, that's what I feel, because I feel that women are the biggest advocates, because, they're the ones who give life straight up. That's why I love my wife so much. Like I work for her, guys. Like, don't get any, don't mess yourselves up. I work for her. And when I see somebody like him, he's a game changer, man. I know that every single freaking mother I've ever met is going to be on Chille's team. And so I want you to think about that. I want to know what the heck is going on. And I want to know what you think, because I believe that Chille is a game changer and he can change the results of elections. And that's what's really going on here. So I'd like to get your opinions. I want to know more about what you have to say. The issue is I want you to reach out to Miss Constitutional Rights. I was going to have her be my mod. Unfortunately, I still can't figure out how to make this shit work straight up, but I want you to reach out to her and I want you to reach out to Miss Constitutional Rights. And if she can vet you and see that you're legit, I want you to reach out to me, through her, and let's come up with some ideas, because I believe that there are other issues that we can address, like recalls and things like that. And all you ladies, please help me out. I really like, Chille gave me permission to do a free Chille t-shirt today. So this is on me. Okay. So if any of you ladies know Chille and you're in touch with him, please reach out to him, because he listens to women more than he listens to men. I mean, he is 100% all about hearing what the female perspective is, regardless of what you think. He's just a protector. He's like me, you know, it's like, well, you can't protect me, but you're still my boss. You know, that's kind of his mentality. That's the same way I am. I just want to know what you think about like helping me do an artwork contest, because I think we should do a free Chille t-shirt contest, but we should try to do something cool, like send in your artwork, you know, like, remember Free Willy from the old days? That's what I want to see. I want to see like a free Chille, but quickly, privates, like in the Marine Corps. All you moms who are hardcore, just help me, you know, get some artwork over to me. And I'm going to, between me and Here's the Deal, we'll go ahead and we'll shoot that over to Chille Silk Screener. And let's get it done. Let's make it happen. Because I think that would be a great collectible. And I do believe that he's going to be, he's going to win his case on appeal. Now, everybody else, I'm going to look in the comments real quick and try to answer any questions. And then after that, we're just going to end it. Is that cool? Just put it in the comments if it's not cool. Hold up. I'm going to make the screen disappear because I look retarded with my head turned. Hold on. Man, I hope he doesn't kick my butt when he gets out. Hold on a minute. Let me see here. Yeah, make the shirt. Definitely. Okay. So Melania, hold up. Melania, please forgive me. I think we had this conversation once before. Everybody listen to me. Chille has a GoFundMe account. All right. Chille has a GoFundMe account. Here's the deal. The guy who was just here, it's on his channel. I think it's at Here's the Deal. Go to at Here's the Deal and please donate money so we can cover his appellate lawyer. All right. By the way, everybody, I just want to disclaim something. I'm not receiving a penny for this. I've never asked for any money. I'm under pressure to try to help him. And not just because of my wife, but because he reminds me of how I was back in the day when I was fighting these tickets. I totally get it. And I'm just like in awe that this guy is, he reminds me so much of me. I'm just proud. I'm really proud of him. He might have some personality problems, but I have personality problems. Do you guys really think that I'm normal? Come on. Have you ever met a lawyer who's as crazy as me? Think about that. But I'm here for you and him. So, yes, go to Here's the Deal channel. Listen to Melania. Stop it, Michael. Fundraisers, GoFundMe already. No, that's right in his back. Okay, I don't want to ride anyone's back. Go to his freaking GoFundMe channel right away. And tomorrow, honestly, guys, look, I just got back. I've been in at the Las Vegas jail. I got back. I had to pick up my kids from school, and I just got back to my studio. All right. So I'm trying to make stuff happen for everybody. So let's just make it happen. All right. Listen to Melania and listen to me. Tomorrow I'm going to provide, and in fact, on this video, Melania, please send me the link so I don't have to go digging it up. I'm going to put in the description the fundraiser for Chille. And I appreciate that, Melania, because you're right. But I gotta have like audience engagement too. So hopefully this will motivate all of them to want to donate some money. We're gonna do a free Chille t-shirt, which is dope. That's gonna help them raise some money. But the big thing is I honestly believe that a lot of the people in that jail today supported Chille. So there you go. That's my personal opinion. Not everybody supports what the government's doing, because guess what? A lot of them are moms with kids and they know what's up. They know what's up. So let me just take a look real quick and then I'm going to let you all go. Oh, I love that, Twitch. Yeah, I am a dumbass jarhead. That's right. Arrah. You're right. I love it. Thank you for the compliment, because coming from someone like you, it's probably you're probably a Marxist commie. So that makes me super happy. Let's go on down the line. You see here, everyone needs to file a complaint at the Judicial Review Board in Nevada. I don't know about all that, but do what your heart tells you to do, brothers and sisters. Do it. Make it happen. You see here. All right, everybody, give me an OTVO. Give me an FCFCFC. Give me some hashtags, FCFC. Give me some artwork for the free Chille t-shirt. But do it quick, because if you don't, we're just going to have some crummy t-shirt. By the way, Chille did say something, and I almost forgot. So remember this, Jody. Chille said normally the quality of his shirts and his pulleys are best quality. And I know that because I have a couple of them. He really does. Guy's not full of it. I mean, his stuff is pretty high qual. But we're just going to try to get anything we can get going to help him raise some funds to get a good appellate lawyer. So my suggestion was we just do a free Chille t-shirt. So when you buy those shirts, don't buy them with the intention of wearing them. Buy them with the intention of, put them on your wall or hanging them, framing them, because it's a part of American history. And when he finally becomes governor of Nevada or California, it might be worth 30, 40 grand minimum. So there you go. Let me just kind of clean up the comments real quick here. Stand by. Yeah, that's what I like, Michael, is the whole we don't stop, because that's my mentality. God gave you one life. You can be a jellyfish and eat a lot of sugar, never go to the gym, and just collect money from the government, or you can get out there and you can make it happen. So I'm on that side, the side that makes it happen. So let me real quick just go down the comments real quick. Stand by. So the Scape Kid says his chance of winning governor is good as his chance of winning his appeal, 0%. Well, it's always interesting to hear people who are non-attorneys, or even some of these like disgusting fat body lawyers telling me that one of their viewers said that Chille's no good. So they decided to come in and say that I'm not a lawyer and that I never served in the Corps. So it's kind of hilarious, right? Like, so the way that your opposition is wrong is when they start to personally attack you, because you don't. So what we're talking about is the evidence. The evidence does show that Chille, and I'll be honest with you, I've never seen him back up in my life. But in this case, somehow or another, the Holy Spirit or someone said back up, and he did. And he backed up, from my estimation, at least 3 feet before the cop finally, falsely arrested him. So clearly the court ignored that in my mind. So think about that, guys. This is not about Chille's personality. That's not, like, when I go to court, I'm extremely civil. I'm very nice. I don't even act the way I'm acting with you guys. It's just that you're my friends, and, I'm a gung-ho guy. So I'm just going to kind of display who I really am, my personality more. But in court, I'm really, obsequious to a small degree. I still show that I'm a man, but at the same token, you're a guest. Remember that you are a guest. Even though you were invited there by one of their people, you're still a guest. And they do have that sovereign ability to drag you before them. So what I want to say in closing is always try and be civil. Always try and be respectful. Always try and treat everybody in your life, whether they're a friend or not, as if they matter, because they do. Because God made all of us, and we're all precious in his eyes. And we all matter. And I just want you all to know that, like your creator loves you, all of you. And I love all of you. But I always dislike bad behavior. And sometimes people behave poorly. And if they do, and it hurts another person, I feel they need to be locked up. But if someone behaves poorly and they didn't hurt anyone, there's no reason for them to be locked up. And so that's sort of where I'm coming from. My estimation is once Chille gets out of jail, I'll just go back to my normal life. But in the meantime, this gave me an opportunity to relive my life from childhood on forward. And I really appreciate everything you guys have done, inviting me and accepting me. I know I'm old now, but I used to be one of you. I was young and I was out there fighting tickets and getting thrown in jail and getting beat up by police. Finally became a lawyer. And here I am trying to explain things to you. And so with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to give me some OTVOs and some FCs. I want to see a bunch of FCs because Chille is the great leader, not the dear leader, but he's the great leader of a potential movement that could save this country. Believe it or not, a guy like Chille with his personality could potentially create a movement that saves this country. And so I want you to remember that. Like, subscribe, smash that button. Make sure to save these videos because you never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. We know the Google, the DOJ, and all these big corporations, they're basically the same thing. It's just a big state actor situation. You know, we know that these government employees are not going to throw their own people that fund their campaigns under the bus. So we need to come up with some other solutions. I don't have all the answers. I'm expecting some of you ladies in particular to reach out to me. I've always had much more luck with the ladies. They just seem to understand how I roll better. I'm hoping you'll reach out to me and help me. I really need some help, guys. And because I just need help. I just can't do this anymore. It's killing me. It's killing my eyes. It's just messing me up. But I love all of you, and Chille loves all of you. And that's what the whole point of this meeting was about, is to let you know I did go and meet with them. I couldn't see him this weekend because my eyes are jacked up, but I did see him. I plan on seeing him again this week. So put in the comments if you have any other questions or things you want me to address with him. In the meantime, make sure to donate money to his freaking Free Chille campaign. And put it in the comments. If you can't find his link, I'm going to put it in the actual link of this video so you can find it. But I need somebody to send me the link because I honestly don't have it. By the way, it's going to take me some time. When I get done with this video, I'm going to go put some ice packs on my eyes and try to take a nap for a while. Maybe take a couple of shots of tequila because I'm just wiped out, guys. But hey, I love y'all. God bless you. Semper Fidelis. Like and subscribe. Hoorah. Free Chille. Free Chille. Do it. Free freaking Chille. Do it.